Are you a Democrat or a Republican? And just keep it in your mind. This is for dessert, okay? All right, so around 2019, 2020, when the George Floyd protests were happening, I found that some of my friends and I were on different sides of the fence. And some of the things that I saw them post were really hurtful and really damaging. And I felt it was my duty to speak out and make my voice heard and to convince them they were wrong. Now, as an aside, there's nothing wrong with speaking out against injustice, but just let me finish. So, over the next couple months, whenever I would see a post I didn't agree with, I would have these really tough and complex debates with people who were in my life. And it was crazy because I knew them to be one way in real life, and it was just really hard to reconcile what I was seeing them post with how I knew they were in real life. And so over the next couple months, we'd have these conversations, we'd have these debates, and I would be coercing my friends in the Messenger app and messages and DMs and comments to have these really tough conversations. I didn't once consider that maybe they just weren't being willfully dense. Maybe they weren't being purposefully indifferent. Maybe they just didn't know how to have a conversation. I didn't consider that they just didn't know what I knew. That maybe I might have been wrong in assuming where they were coming from. All I was about was having this conversation to prove they were wrong. And so now, in 2024, as I want to come back and start rekindling some of these friendships, open up my Messenger app, and I'll see all of our old chat history. And it really sucks because I think to myself, no one's really gonna want to rekindle a friendship if that's their memory of it. And it really sucks because at a time where I was asking and having conversations around whether you were a Democrat or a Republican, I failed to remember that we're all human and we have these commonalities, a couple of them that are pretty consistent. God created all of us. We all bleed red, right? We all have fears. None of us like the Dallas Cowboys. But really, at a time where I could have been more grace-filled with my friends, now I'm, accepting some of those drawbacks and those consequences. And it really sucks too. And so I just want you to think about that question. When you ask it to your friends or you think about your friends in that light, just remember that at the end of the day, if they fall down, you pick them up. If you fall down, they pick you up. Love is what connects us. Humanity is what connects us. And at a point in time where our country is more divided than ever, with the elections coming up and everything, I don't want you to forget that at the end of the day, you've got a friend in them, they've got a friend in you. You help them, they help you. You love them, they love on you. All right? Because that's all that matters in the end.